this thing on? Okay. Hi, this is Gail here. Welcome to the first ever episode of Gail's Kitchen. Not to be confused with Dale's Kitchen. I don't know whose kitchen that is, but it's not this one. It's neither here nor there, so welcome to Gail's Kitchen. The first episode of possibly many where I show you how to make breakfast, lunch, dinner, just a few of my little recipes that I make myself that a couple people have asked for. So, you know, in light of recent quarantine, why not just film myself making breakfast? Okay, cool. So, a couple things off the bat. If you don't care what I'm about to say, you think your breakfast's already good, you don't really give a shit, that's fine. They offer this really cool feature where like you don't have to watch. You can just go ahead and like click the screen. I'll stop talking and you just scroll right by. So go ahead and utilize that feature if you don't really care. That's totally fine. I don't want any negative energy here. So anyways, today we are going over breakfast and more specifically fried eggs. Okay, so an over easy egg, and we'll probably do more egg videos, but this one is fried eggs. Tomorrow maybe I'll show you scrambled, and in my opinion those are the only two ways to make eggs. Yes, I know there are others. If you enjoy sunny side up eggs, that's great. I hope you enjoy those. It's just not what's going to happen in Gail's Kitchen. And also if you make poached eggs, that's really great. I'd love for you to go ahead and make a video, drop it in the comments so that I can learn how to make poached eggs, because really don't know how, never have tried. So today we're doing the fried egg, my absolute favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and get started because my pan's already heating up. I don't like these types of stove tops. I can't figure them out. That's why I put it on a lightweight. Anyways, okay. So, a few things though. I don't have all the ingredients I would like to have to make a bomb-ass breakfast. So we're just gonna go with what I have in the fridge. I'll show you some tricks of how to like finesse what you have. That's not like super great, but alas, we have what we have to work with. And I'll give you some tricks along the way where like if I had everything that I would have if I wanted to make my absolute number one breakfast, I will tell you those. Okay, anyways, let's get started. First things first, turn on the pan. I like to use butter to put on my pan. I think that that's the best way to do it. If you like other things, that's fine, but my opinion, butter. So putting that in, maybe you can hear it sizzle, maybe not. That's okay. So while that's heating up, the butter is melting in the pan. You're going to want to go ahead and put your bread in the toaster because you always want that to be done at the right time. So I am using a bagel, an everything bagel. I only have half of one because the glycemic index of bagels is high, meaning that it releases a lot of sugar into your bloodstream quicker and you're not as full as long. So don't eat a whole bunch of bagels. If you do, that's okay, but just keep in mind those sorts of things. And if I had it my way, the best toast or bread option to have with your breakfast is rye bread from Stonehearth Bakery in downtown Frederick. I know we don't all have access to that, but homemade bread is absolutely the best type of bread. So definitely try to utilize that feature of life. Okay, I'm about to crack the eggs in the pan. I'm so sorry you can't see over there. Very horrible, but break it on the side. Crack it open, and I always, maybe this is a good part to show you. Okay, so when I crack the egg, I put it low so that it's not gonna like break everywhere. You see, it's very gentle, very gentle. And you want the pan to be hot when you crack it in there because then it starts cooking right away, okay? So the eggs are cooking. That's when you reach into your handy dandy spice drawer or cabinet in my case. Always start with the pepper because pepper is essential. Love it. Cracked pepper is the way to go. Okay, and now a little bit of seasoning. I like to use this all season, like seasoned salt, because it has other seasonings and salt. I don't salt a lot of my food like heavily because, in my opinion, we get salt other places that like we didn't intend to get it. So like I don't need to salt it too hard. Anyways, side note, that's just a Gail opinion. I will be offering many of those. That's why you're watching these videos. Okay, so yeah, these babies are cooking. They're looking good. You just kind of like give them their time. Like, don't touch them. Don't do anything. Don't try to break them apart yet because you might like break the yolk, and we do not want that. That is a tragedy. That like we got to turn our day around if the yolk breaks. So, anyways, we'll talk about the sidings that go with this now. So today I have, I'm going with goat cheese today. Goat cheese is delicious. I went with feta cheese yesterday, so that's why I'm doing goat cheese. So delicious. I have my half an avocado in my avocado pod. I highly recommend you get one because then you always know where the avocado is because it's in the pod. So perfect. I always end up having to do 2 toasts. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like this, but yeah, it's okay. So I have goat cheese, avocado, Valentina hot sauce. Shout out to Dalton for getting me hip to this. Very good hot sauce. My favorite hot sauce is Melinda's, but the store that I was at here, they only had a ghost pepper Melinda's, and I was just like, I didn't want to take that risk. So I have that one. I did buy a new one, but I'm not opening it yet. Anyways, hot sauce is essential. I highly recommend. Honestly, that's kind of all that I have for sides at the moment. I have this thing of strawberries. Let's check the eggs. I have a thing of strawberries that I got from Costco, so I'm like really racing the clock to finish them. So I might just put some on the side, cut them up, and then it'll be a good kind of like after breakfast like thing to eat on my plate because I just like to cleanse my palate. I'm very into that. Cool. So if I had it my way, though, what I am mainly missing off of this plating is 2 essential ingredients. Okay, sprouts, alfalfa sprouts. Woo, the best sprouts. Like, love those. The crunch, they taste like grass. Like, yes, grazing outside. I love it. You could do spinach. Yeah, spinach is good. I like to cut up my spinach and make it like really fine. That's the best way, in my opinion. And kimchi, okay? Kimchi is an essential part of breakfast. You could do yeah, they're getting ready. Okay, I think I'm gonna bring you over for the flip though because this is kind of like a big deal. Sorry, I didn't practice setting this up. Oh, you were plugged in, so. Okay, technical difficulties. Also, don't expect any fancy like, shoot. Okay, can you see this? Okay, I'm gonna do the flip. So this is why I like butter, because you can move them around. And then you just, it's a quick quick movement, okay? Ready? And little flip. Oh, that was kind of, okay, it's okay. Okay, little flip. Okay, and now they're ready to go, and that's literally all that it takes, okay? So sometimes I turn off the pan here if I don't want it to get like too cooked, but I kept it on a low temp, so I think that it'll be okay. Yeah, so alfalfa sprouts, highly recommend. Also, kimchi is delicious. If you are in the Frederick area, what's it called? Sweet Farm? Is that what it's called? They make amazing sauerkraut and kimchi and just a whole bunch of delicious stuff. So that's where I was getting mine from. I need to find a new place to get it here because I've been out for a while, but I'll figure it out. So yeah, my bagel is done. I'm going to get that out. Also, like homemade bread is delicious. I really like a whole wheat bread or like something that has a lot of seeds, grains in it. Very, very good. Yeah, the eggs are cooking. Let's see, any other tricks that I can tell you? I don't know, really you can add whatever you want to it. It's up to you. So I think I'm gonna close this down, get my plate ready. I'm not gonna show you, actually, never mind. I'll show you plating. What the heck? Okay, so I'm getting my plate from the dishwasher. So life hack, wash your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher, and then the dishwasher acts as a drying rack. So that is beautiful. I only have 4 plates, so we end up using them very quickly. Here, say we, as if somebody else lives here. They don't. Ooh, well, I kind of broke the yolk on one of them, but that's okay. I think it's still gonna be fine. So for the avocado, I like to do this. I like to draw my lines in it. These are kind of thick lines. Sometimes I make them thin, but then I always go down in another direction. Poke through the back. I'm glad it wasn't a sharper knife. Haven't cut myself on an avocado yet, but it is bound to happen eventually. And yesterday I was thinking to myself, wow, I really hope that doesn't happen now, because like now's not the time to go to the emergency room because of an avocado injury, Gail. So careful. Use fine dexterity. Okay, let's get these off. I'm gonna freaking overcook the yolk. So this is the one that kind of broke, you can see, but still looks good. The yolk is still shining. This one, woo, I saw a little bubble. Look at this one. This one's glowing. You can like see the yolk in there. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Always turn off your burner, turn off your oven, you know, turn it all off. Never forget that step. Make sure your fridge is closed. Shut the cabinet. Mom. Just kidding. Okay, so avocados on the plate. For the goat cheese, I just go ahead and use a fork. I know it's covered in avocado. I'm just gonna go for it because this is my breakfast and I don't mind having avocado in my goat cheese. If you, yeah, whatever. So do with that what you will. Okay, here we go. I just like, this is what we did at my mom's coffee shop, Gravel and Grind. Not with a avocado covered fork, mind you. But you just kind of stick it in and like go to town. Just like really getting it on in the morning with your goat cheese. It's kind of gross, but boom. Got some goat cheese. You always want to add like a little extra, like, because you always think like that's enough, and then while you're eating it you're like, man, I wish I had more goat cheese. So just like whenever it's enough, like want a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, wow, that's pretty much done. Like I said, sprouts, kimchi, that's my essential breakfast. You can add whatever else you want to make it your essential breakfast. Yes, the strawberries are sitting over there. I'll probably cut them up soon. Here we, oh, I can't flip it, so boom, breakfast. Like really super easy. Like what did I do? Flip the eggs. Yeah, so you can do this too, okay? So join us again tomorrow. We might have a special guest. Very exciting. So yes, thank you for watching, tuning in to the first episode of Gail's Kitchen. If you have any questions, suggestions, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and I'll see you all later. Enjoy your Saturday. Happy quarantine. Hello, me again. I just wanted to kind of recap on the breakfast that I just had. I just showed you. So a few things. I did overcook the yolk, so pretty bummed about that. That's okay. It wasn't runny at all, so it's kind of awkward that I was like, here, I'm going to show you how to make a bomb-ass breakfast. We love a good yolk, and then like I burned it, but that's okay. There's like just a few kinks. This was my first video, so I really need to get the timing down. Definitely left them on the pan too long, so maybe what I'll do is actually like calculate how long I do cook them on the pan for and see about all that, and then I can kind of update you on like how long you should cook them for, maybe what temperature. This might help me actually, honestly, so thank you all for, you know, just being there, just being you. Thank you. You're doing great. Yeah, so anyways, this is what like I'm finishing up. But yeah, bummer, big bummer. That's not what you want. I mean, maybe that is what you want. That's not what I want. So I do like a good yolk. I like it to be kind of impossible to get off your plate. That's how you know that you like had a good breakfast, is like you have to leave it like sit in cold water, because warm water makes the yolk like smelly, my dad says. I don't know. I was just always told to use cold water to get yolks off plates, so I still continue to do that. Okay, cool. So a couple other things that I just wanted to mention that like I didn't really talk about, because I was like on a one-track mind of like kimchi and sprouts. Those are great, but you can add anything else. So like I used to do bacon all of the time, and my like the way that I cook bacon is I cut it down the middle so that it's not super long, so that when you put it in the pan it evenly cooks everywhere and you don't have like ends on the side that are undercooked. So that's what I like to do for bacon. Go ahead and cut it down the middle. I use scissors, and that kind of saves you like having to like or like go from the top and like go down. So scissors really work well. Just like kind of wash them off obviously afterwards, set them in the dishwasher and then just let them dry. It's perfect. So yeah, bacon's great. If you're not trying to do bacon, any form of sausage is also delicious. I'm a big fan of hot Italian sausage. I think it gives a good flavor, but you can also do any type of sausage you want. If you're in the Frederick area, oh shoot, was it Jefferson's? Jefferson's? It's in Jefferson. I don't remember the name, sorry. It's been a long time since I've lived in Frederick, but as you can tell, I love Maryland. So, there's great meat everywhere. I usually try not to get my meat from, like, the grocery store because you just never know. The animal is probably sad, and, like, I feel so sad. Like, I wish I could be vegetarian, but also I wish that we just, like, consumed animals in a much more humane way. Like, those are souls. Like, let's not treat them like the way that we're treating them, which is obviously awful. Like, okay, so for eggs, I do recommend farm fresh eggs. I don't have them here. It is what it is, you know, like I'm in 8 classes, so I can't really like do everything that I want to do, obviously. So, I recommend farm fresh eggs, but you really can buy whatever eggs you want. I really am fine with the eggs that I get at the store. I'm buying the cheapest ones right now because I'm being cheap. So, yep, eggs. I like to buy like meat from a reputable source, so like a local butcher or something. My dream is to one day have chickens in the backyard so I can just get fresh eggs from them. So that would be cool. And then, okay, so sometimes I do like a sauteed vegetable medley with my breakfast, and that's really good. So if you chop them up and then like saute them, I would start those before the eggs and the toast because that takes a little bit longer to cook, especially depending on what you're cooking. Peppers take a while, green beans take a while. So yeah, I would start that first. Definitely, like, butter is delicious in that because it gives it a great taste. I haven't been doing that lately because I've been making the vegetables later on in the day, so that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a vegetable medley with my lunch. I have salmon in the fridge, so that will be delicious. But yeah, what else have I always had for breakfast? So, like, sausage, you can add another, like, meat component if you want to. You could really do anything. Like, if you had leftover, what's it called? Quinoa. What's a quinoa? That was a funny commercial. So you could make like a quinoa patty. You could add like some butter to that, make it kind of tight, and then like put it on and like flip it like a pancake. That would be good. I literally just came up with that on the spot. So maybe give that a try. That sounds good. Literally anything you want. Like literally breakfast is your oyster, so go ahead and enjoy it. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I just kind of wanted to recap my breakfast. It did unfortunately go south, but that's okay. It's warmer in the south, so maybe it's not so bad. Yeah, so thanks again for watching and watching the recap, and there were a couple more tips that I threw in that I just forgot to mention. So yeah, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me for breakfast today, March 21st? Yeah, 2020. It's insane. Life is just rolling on by. Anyways, let's not get philosophical. Cool. Well, enjoy your day, and I'll see you all next time. Happy cooking!